Hello and welcome to another episode of the Farr Show, where I am Damien Farr, and tonight we're talking about Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, which, oh boy, this is a good movie to talk about. So there's going to be a lot of spoilers. I know I don't normally talk plot too much. This is a movie I really want to talk the plot about. So we're going to do it. But first, some basic info. It's directed by Joaquim dos Santos, I think it's pronounced, Kemp Powers, and Justin K. Thompson. It's written by Philip Lord, Christopher Miller, and David Calthram? No idea. I'm going to be honest there. This movie is an Farr. It's better than the first one. This is the best animated movie I've ever seen. That's all there is to say. Let's get talking about it here. Where we got the cast, we got Shameik Moore as Miles Morales-Spider-Man, Haley Steinfeld as Gwen Stacy-Spider-Woman, Brian Tyree Henry as Jefferson Davis, Luna Lawrence as Luna Lauren Velces as Rio Morales, Jake Johnson as Peter B. Parker-Spider-Man, Jason Schwartzman as Dr. Jason Ohm as the Spot, Kareem Soin as Pivier Polkborough, Spider-Man India. The biggest thing to note here, he's the cab driver from Deadpool. So I thought that was cool. Daniel Kaluuya from Black Panther is Hobart Hobie Brown Spider-Punk. Oscar Isaac is Miguel O'Hara from Spider-Man 2029. And then we got Andy Samberg as Ben Riley the Scarlet Spider. I thought this movie was great, and I thought this cast was amazing. Best animation I've seen, once again, easily, by far, the best animation I've ever seen. It makes Spider-Man, the Spider-Verse movie, Into the Spider-Verse, look like a kid's movie. And that's not a bad thing. This is the best looking movie I've ever seen. I can only imagine what Beyond the Spider-Verse is going to look like, but we'll see. So, let's start talking about the plot here, where if you're wanting to avoid spoilers, stop now. And, come back after you watch the movie. So, it starts off in Gwen's world, Earth 65, where she ends up starting to fight a Renaissance-themed vulture, which I would love an action figure of. Miguel O'Hara and Jessica Drew arrive to help. Gwen shows her dad that she is Spider-Woman. So that's like one big action scene that's like 20 to 30 minutes, I would say. But breaking it down quickly here. She then leaves with Miguel because her dad was going to arrest her. He thought about the job more than her and is a terrible dad, is what we assume here. But we'll get to that in a little bit. You cut to Earth 1610, where Miles is Spider-Man fighting the Spot. And his parents are waiting for him at a... I don't know. It's not really a parent-teacher conference thing. But it's like a counselor trying to help him get to college or something. So, pretty much, he fights the Spot. Stops fighting the Spot. Gets him stuck. They have a Spider-Man video game reference. So, that's kind of cool. Where Genki in this game, or in this movie, isn't really his guy in the chair or anything, but I thought that was kind of funny that he's just playing Spider-Man. They figure out what he wants to do and everything, and then he sees Genki also, still doing it, and he has to go catch the Spot again. After that, Gwen shows up to hang out with Miles, where she's doing recon on the Spot. She wanted to see him, but, at the same time isn't supposed to. It's like Romeo and Juliet for some reason. So, Miles follows her, and he goes through the portal to Earth 50100, which is the universe that Pivier Parker and Hobie Brown show up as help as well. Where a canon event, that's what they call them here, for Pitfer, that Miles stops. So it's important to note that he stops this event from happening, and it's like, wait, what did you do? And then this universe starts to unravel because of what Miles did. He wasn't supposed to interfere with this event, because with it not happening, it interferes and starts breaking the canon. Miles, Gwen, Pitfer, I'm terrible, and Hobie return to Earth 928, which is the one where all the Spider-Man go to in this group, which Miles then calls out Gwen. They all are here for the most part except me. Why is that? And they kind of allude to something, but they don't say it yet. And then Peter B. Parker shows up here as well. Miles escapes all the spider people. Do you call them Spider-Men? People? I think Spider People in this case. After being told he's a canon anomaly here because the spider that was supposed to that bit him was not supposed to bite him. It was supposed to bite somebody on Earth 42, not him. So Miles then goes to save his father and ends up on Earth 42 where the spider that bit him is from. He then finds out his dad from that world is dead, that his uncle isn't the Prowler he is. Miguel, Jessica, and Ben show up on Earth 1610 thinking Miles is going to be there, but I guess nobody just read the thing saying that he went to Earth 42, and he also didn't know it at first. And I noticed it right away. I'm like, that says Earth 42. I don't want to say like an asshole. I noticed that right away. And then right when you see Miles, I'm like, this is a different color palette. It's raining, but it's a different color palette to an extent. So I noticed that right away, and I'm like, that's weird. Pretty much Gwen speaks to Miles' parents before putting together a team of Peter B. Parker, Mayday, Petrov, Hobie, Margot Kess, Spider-Man Noir, Penny Parker, and Spider-Ham to find Miles and save him. So, honestly, it ends on a big cliffhanger, and I know it was going to be because they said previously this is part 1 of 2, and then they changed the marketing a bit to make it less part 1 and part 2, which is fine by me. So, what is the future of this here? The future is there's Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, which is coming out March 29th of 2024. Supposedly. I think they're going to push it, but who knows? There's supposedly going to be a Spider-Woman film, which is going to focus on Gwen Stacy, Cindy Moon, and Jessica Drew, which, cool, but we already got a lot about Gwen in this movie. This was like her movie, so it's kind of weird, but I'm going to take more Haley Steinfeld as Gwen Stacy. That's fine by me. Spider-Man Octopus Girl came out on May 29th, 2023. It's a manga spinoff, which is cool. I want to read it, but I don't know how to get it or where to get it, because when it comes to books, I prefer physical objects. Same with video games on consoles. We talked about that. I'm wondering if there's going to be a Spider-Man 2 tie-in here. Who knows? There was a Marvel Cinematic Universe tie-in. I didn't have it written down here, but I said, let's keep Spider-Verse out of the MCU. But they brought Donald Glover's Prowler into this universe, which is cool. I wonder if they're going to send him back by mistake to the Sony Spider-Man universe, which there was a crossover here of Venom, which is kind of cool. I'd like them to become the same universe, if that makes sense. I think Miles should be the original Spider-Man in the Sony Spider-Man universe, if I'm being honest. And then what I think will happen is Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man and all their villains are going to be sent there. So I think it's going to be every Spider-Man and every villain. It's going to be like the dump universe, if that sounds... It sounds terrible, but you know what I mean, where everybody ends up either by mistake or ends up that doesn't have a universe anymore. Because I think Far From Home, they kind of ruined their own universes, if that makes sense, so they sent them here. Personally, that's just what I'm thinking. I have nothing to do with the Sony Spider-Verse, but Sony, call me. So, what did you think about Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse? Tell me in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon, and have a far off night.